Hello, I'm Gary Willock, and I'm here on a project today. We're looking at what it takes to complete the work. And as you see behind me, there's 1, 2, 3 pickups that you see. One with a trailer on behind it at the very end of the job. It's an older house. It's in Westlake. Wonderful area, trees, bushes. It's almost like you're living in the country out here, but you're right next to downtown Austin in reality. And so what we're doing now is the final details. This is where somebody, in this case me, needs to be on the job and work through all the standards and specifications, make sure everything is up to par, everything is complete, everything is done in a way that I know we can stand behind this roof long term. Let's take a look at some of the details that we're going to be discussing, some of the things we've already discussed with the guys, and take a look at what it really takes to get a roof that is built to last. See behind me is a little bit of the roof. You can hear noise in the background. The guys are cutting some trim to go around the skylight so the skylight finishes out inside. And behind me is a chimney. This chimney had to be redone completely. As you can see, the many times that I've shown flashing on chimneys, this one had a tremendous problem. And then along with that, to try to cure the problem, they had put along here, and here's a picture, they'd put along here the actual caulking that traps more moisture in. So the problem just kept growing. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that walls and chimneys are completely done. And here up on top, I'll swing you over, you see we poured a new concrete cap on this, and the whole reason for that is, you know, if you have something sitting in the center of your house and it's not going to hold water, it's not going to hold up the life of the roof, the last thing you want to do is have to have somebody come and service this or deal with this after a new roof is on. Now these are the guys taking care of the final details on the work. We want to make sure that everything finishes out nice. So we don't want to leave that skylight. We ended up replacing that because the other was just not reusable. And so we built a proper curb around that. And now one of the guys is taking care of the inside trim. And on the other side there, they're finishing up the modified bitumen, which is... All right, so what you see going on here is these are the final details that have to be taken care of for this modified turns up that roof on the inside. There is no built-in flashing, never has been. And so what he's doing there is putting a termination bar that holds that modified in place. Otherwise, with the heat, eventually it would come down and create a problem, and every problem on a roof is of course a potential leak. So this is one of the final end of job details that we want to make sure are 100% correct, as with all of them. Now we like to use these neoprene washered screws, hex head on them, and drive them in. This will stay in the wood, where if you put a nail in there, inevitably the movement in the metal, the expansion and contraction of this metal will eventually, and I mean within a couple of years, a lot of times even sooner, pull that nail out. Now you notice on these corners here, you see the little bit of different color right here. This is actually solder. You see a very nice job on this, where this was a soldered unit before this unit was put over it. This one turns and goes around it. This one comes down and is pop riveted together there. An outstanding job. Now this is what we want to see. And the metal coming out on here, to me, just makes me sure that everything was done correctly. If indeed you don't like the look of that metal, that can be painted to match the shingles. Now up through here we use step flashing, so each one of these shingles have a step flashing, and this of course when water comes in there, the water is thrown back out on top of the shingle down below it. They're all hidden very well in there, but that's a critical part of our installs. And of course you see the soldered top around the chimney here. This flashing, this soldered, is completely secure. Again, the screws on the top here. You see the new concrete top out here at the edge. Now this is not just masonry cement, this is actually concrete,
or a 70, I think it's 7,200 pounds psi test concrete, and we put that on top, and this helps hold the entire system together. And this is something that gets missed so often. And instead, just masonry goes up here, and which is what was here, and cracks and creates a leak. This should actually last a lifetime.